Hey, good morning. Good morning. So today it is for biology lesson, and here we will study about nutrition in plants, whereby we want to look about photosynthesis. And here is the learning objective for this unit. We need to define photosynthesis. That's the first thing. And then what we want we want to know is about the state, word, and chemical equation of photosynthesis, and then identify the site for photosynthesis, where photosynthesis occurs. And then you should be able to explain the process of photosynthesis. You should be able to explain now adaptation of that photosynthetic part in plant, and then finally we'll be able to look about the importance of photosynthesis. Now, what is photosynthesis? And photosynthesis is the process by which plant manufacture its own food using only two things. It uses carbon dioxide and water. This carbon dioxide and water is used to manufacture what's called a glucose. That's what you will manufacture by plants. They manufacture glucose using only two things: carbon dioxide and water. And then there is some equations taking place there, whereby we need to know about what are some of the equations taking place for a plant to manufacture the food. We say that it uses carbon dioxide plus water, and resultant or product is glucose and oxygen. And this oxygen is released as a byproduct. This is one equation. And then if you want to write about chemical equation for carbon dioxide is this one, plus water will give us glucose. Glucose, and then oxygen is a byproduct. This is what we normally consume in plant as a fruit because it resultant features, but this one is released into atmosphere as a byproduct. And then we have already defined photosynthesis, and then we define about the word equation and chemical equation. Now we need now to know where this photosynthesis occurs, and that's why I came up with two leaves. What's the difference between these two leaves? Somebody to tell us. Yes, Jones. One is green and the other one is green. This one is green, the other one is yellowish. Okay, now in leaf, this is the site for photosynthesis. Is leaf, and the one, which one do you think that it will manufacture food between the green one and the yellow one? Yes, green one. Brian, the green one. The green one is able to manufacture the food. Why? Because it has a green coloring matter called chlorophyll, which absorb and trap light. Now, the site now, I think the site for photosynthesis is already, we have said that it is leaf. That's the site for photosynthesis. And where it takes place inside the leaf is a place called chloroplast. Now, that's why I came up with this diagram. Chloroplast is found inside there. This inside there, we call it palisade cell. So this palisade cell contains chloroplast inside it, where photosynthesis takes place. Chloroplast has a structure. It has a structure which is crana. It has a crana which contains chlorophyll inside it to trap light. And then there is another part called stroma in that chloroplast. It has two parts. It has a crana inside it and stroma. This is where photosynthesis takes place. And that's why you find that the first step to take place is here, crana. It absorbs that light. This is where reaction of water and carbon dioxide take place here in prana. And then there is another process whereby when carbon dioxide react, there is water splitting of water at a process called photolysis. When water is split, it go now and react with carbon dioxide through what called like carbon dioxide fixation, where it takes place here, the carbon dioxide fixation. But here, photolysis takes place, which is splitting of water. Splitting of water to give up oxygen, ion, and hydrogen. And then adaptation now of this leaf for photosynthesis. It has its own adaptation for photosynthesis to take place. The first part is it is broad. If you look at it, it is very broad. Why? Because it is enabled for maximum absorption of light. That's why it look broad. So I think someone to fight for it. If you look, it is broad. It is not a smaller one. And then the another thing, if you look, if you touch, it's very thin. If you touch, it is very thin. Why it's very thin? Because to reduce the distance for penetration of light or even diffusion of gas, that's why if you look at it, it is very thin. And then it has chloroplast, which I said here, it is inside ballast cell. So it has chloroplast. The work of chloroplast is to absorb light energy for photosynthesis to take place, so it must have chloroplast, which is green coloring matter, which gives this plant a green color. And then the another one is it has now a parasite cell. These too many parasite cells. So for maximum absorption. So for plant to make or to manufacture food, it must have a plant. So if you look the yellow one, it even does not even have a parasite. It already dried because it cannot carry out again photosynthesis. But the green one, it has a lot of parasite cells for maximum absorption and for manufacturing of the food. And then another adaptation of the leaf, it has a outer layer called cuticles. And the cuticle must be transparent. Why it is transparent? Because to allow easy penetration of light inside it. And that cuticle, it has this one is called a cuticle. Inside the cuticle, there is a thin layer again. This one called epidermal cell. Epidermis layer. After cuticle, you will find epidermis layer, and those epidermis layers again is thin, just like thin. So epidermis layers is just like thin to allow again penetration of the light. Another one is it has what called stomata. Stomata. This is the stomata. Stomata opening. Stomata is an opening. If you feel this plant using devices like a microscope and electronic microscope, you will see that there is some opening. So those opening, we call it stoma. What's the work of stoma? Somebody to try. Work of